Hey, welcome to another video. So today we're going to be going into yet another set of events that happened after the events of last video, where Vader's soft spot for people gets him in a lot of trouble with the Emperor. But before we begin, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So at a later point in time after the events of my last video, Sabe returned to the ruins of Polis Massa. There she found a Trun Tanbi machine, midwifery droid, that she determined had been investigated by someone. Wondering what the individual had been looking for, the droid managed to replay a partial holographic recording of Padme's last words before her death, the sight of which caused Sabe to tear up. The upper half of Z67, who had been laying amongst the ruins, came online at that moment, noticing her and recognizing her from previous encounters. The droid queried as to whether Sabe had found what she was looking for. Sabe answered in the negative, clarifying that she was looking for Vader. The droid then asked her what she planned to do when she found him. To this, Sabe replied that she had yet to come up with such a definite decision, before she revealed a badge of the Crimson Dawn criminal organization that lay pinned on her chest, underneath her cloak. In truth, Sabe did not care about the Dawn or its plans, having simply infiltrated it for her own purposes. Sabe then reprogrammed a few Muse droids, and used them to repair Z67 and free him of his pre-programmed loyalty to Vader. After rewatching the footage of Padme, Sabe told the droids to reactivate him. Upon awakening, Z67 expressed surprise at the handmaiden rescuing him. He then warned her not to ask him about his previous mission, or else he would self-destruct, to which Sabe pointed out that Z67 had already done so and nothing had happened. She informed the droid that he was free, that she had joined Crimson Dawn and had saved him to get close to Vader. When Sabe asked Z67 about Vader's interest in Padme, he explained that Luke Skywalker, the rebel who had destroyed the Death Star, was the son of Padme and Anakin Skywalker. Vader's original mission had been to discover who had kept Luke secret from him as a child. Sabe then decided that until she knew Vader's true objectives, she would use him rather than destroy him, which Z67 casually went along with. 3 weeks later, Sabe infiltrated a Crimson Dawn base on Lakor and planted a false list of Crimson Dawn collaborators within the Empire. As Vader and his followers entered the base, Sabe escaped amidst the blaster fire and met up with Z67. They then watched as Vader exited the base along with his followers and flew off in the Sith Lord's Lambda shuttle. As they left the planet, Z67 confirmed that they were heading for Coruscant, confirming that they had taken the bait. Later, Sabe and Z67 broke into a building where Ochi of Bestun, one of the Emperor's assassins, was confronting Sly Moore over the list of false names. After Z67 shocked them into submission, Sabe told them that they would do as she said, or she would inform Vader of their allegiance to Crimson Dawn. Ochi tried to fight off his attackers, only for the droid to shock him again. Sabe then revealed that she was with the Dawn as well, and wanted to make sure that Ochi and Moore knew that she was in charge. She went on to ask them what Vader wanted, to which Ochi said he wanted her due to planning a list of false names. Sabe welcomed the challenge, and specified that she wanted to know what drove the Sith Lord. Ochi said that Vader wanted power, while Moore said he had promised to bring the Emperor order. To this, Sabe decided they would use the Dark Lord to bring chaos. After causing friction between Vader's forces and the rest of the Empire, Ochi's loyalty to the Dawn was discovered as he fled in a ship to Naboo. Vader followed Ochi there, and after regaining his allegiance, confronted Sabe and told her that he would now use her. He then took her badge from her and claimed that he was the Dawn. Shortly after, Vader took Sabe, Ochi, and Z67 to the carcass of the Sando aqua monster he had slain. He then threw Sabe and Ochi out into the shuttle, and watched as they were attacked by a pack of ravenous creatures. As they defended themselves, Vader asked Sabe why she believed in Crimson Dawn, to which she said that she merely infiltrated the Syndicate. When Vader asked her if she intended to serve the Empire, Sabe said she didn't as long as the Empire served chaos. Sabe went on to claim that she and Vader wanted the same thing, order. To this, Vader levitated the creatures with the Force, and told Sabe that if she killed one monster, 1,000 more would replace it. He then explained that one would have to either make the monsters agree or deal with them all. With that, Vader threw the creatures at a group of long-necked beasts as they sprouted from the ground. Understanding Vader's plan, Sabe brought him to a Crimson Dawn outpost. Upon arriving at the outpost, Sabe informed the Dawners that they served Vader now. To this, the Dawners attacked Vader and were easily cut down by the Sith Lord. Vader then had Ochi use his followers as bait to draw the remaining Dawners and traitorous Imperials to Oros and Caria. As the Dawners and Imperials fought one another, they were suddenly wiped out by a pulse bomb, thus eliminating many of Vader's enemies. Vader informed Sabe that Crimson Dawn and Romadi feared him now. When he asked Sabe if she was scared, Sabe asked him why she should be scared of his true identity, Anakin Skywalker. Vader claimed Skywalker was dead, but Sabe explained how she had determined who he was. Vader had appeared after Skywalker had allegedly died. Vader and Skywalker were obsessed with order. Vader nearly ripped open Amidala's tomb to find out how Skywalker's wife had died, and despite everything, Vader still refused to kill Sabe. Sabe then revealed that she had been to Polis Massa and had heard her queen's final words about there still being good in Vader. Vader held his lightsaber to Sabe's throat and demanded to know what she wanted. She went on to explain that years ago, she and Tonrad freed thousands of slaves from Tatooine and brought them to a colony on VADER 3. But now, the corrupt Imperial ruling the planet, Governor Tonza, was neglecting the refugees while secretly working for Crimson Dawn. Sabe told Vader that if he helped her liberate the colonists from Tonza, he would get to kill another Crimson Dawn mole and prove that his wife had been right about him. Vader agreed, deactivating his lightsaber and warning her that she alone was responsible for where her chosen path took her. They then boarded their shuttle and departed for VADER 3. Once they reached the planet, they were met by Tanza's flagship. Vader asked Z67 if they had been detected. When the droid said they hadn't, Vader ordered him to take them to the planet's surface. Sabe suggested summoning Vader's own flagship to best Tanza's, but Vader said that he wished to see the colony first to confirm her story. They soon landed near the colony, and Vader, Sabe, and Z67 exited the shuttle. Z67 ordered the colonists to listen to Vader's instructions, and to lead them in their protocol droid. One of the colonists, Kitster Bani, asked Sabe what was going on, to which Sabe said that this was about helping the colony. Another colonist, a Rodian named Wald, explained that their protocol droid had broken down, and that their astromech droid, M7B, now kept track of everything for them. Z67 then learned from the droid that Tanza hadn't delivered the colony all of their promised supplies, and had also forcibly constricted a few of them to work for her. Wald explained that they tried to contact Sabe, but Tanza had blocked their communications and confiscated all of their spacefaring ships. When Z67 pointed out a pod racer in their possession, Kitster and Wald explained that they had built the vehicle from scratch, but still lacked the ability to fly anywhere far. Sabe, Z67, Kitster, and Wald then followed Vader into a nearby forest, which he sensed was disturbed. They and the colonists were then attacked by a pack of clawed beasts. Sabe ordered the colonists to stay back, while she and Vader fought them off, though Kitster and Wald still aided in killing them. Sabe asked Vader if he had seen enough and urged him to take out Tanza. However, Vader told Sabe she wasn't ready, explaining that the colonists had disobeyed her. When Sabe said that everyone made their own choices in the end, Vader claimed they would have to obey her if she wanted them to live. Later, a second Imperial shuttle arrived and Z67 hurried her onward. She was then outfitted with a set of Imperial armor and officially conscripted into the Imperial military with the rank of Lieutenant Commander, giving her authority over all of Vader's present forces. When Sabe asked Vader if they would go after Tanza, Vader ordered for his shuttle to be prepared. Sabe then told Z67 to get the names, skills, and expertise of the conscripts from M7B and extrapolate their likely locations. The droid then revealed that the flagship's traffic comm was still accessible, allowing him to scan the ship's logs. He then explained that a ship titled Imperium 1 had left the flagship 2 days ago, while guarded by 4 TIE defenders, and now rested in a facility about 300 kilometers north. Kitster explained that the facility had been the old science colony, which hadn't been running in years. With this information, Vader, Sabe, and the rest of their forces stormed the facility and fought through dozens of battle droids and Crimson Dawn guards to reach Tanza. A few of the kidnapped conscripts began to run away, but Sabe assured them she was there to help. She then caught up to Vader and watched as he was stunned by one of Tanza's weapons. Sabe and her forces were then surrounded by the droids and guards, but they were quickly saved by Ochi. Vader began to choke Ochi for allowing Tanza to escape, but Sabe interrupted him and took him to the scientists who had helped build Tanza's weapons. One of them, Dr. Arara, explained that Tanza had been developing a weapon that could drain the energy from living beings. Said weapon had already been used to drain the life from the planet Carole. Arara expressed regret over how he'd helped develop the weapon, though Sabe assured him that the rest of the conscripts that they hadn't what Tanza had hired him to create. Vader then took Ochi's speeder and went after Tanza. As Ochi bragged about how helpful he had been, Sabe silenced him and ordered him to evacuate the conscripts before they destroyed the facility. Ochi told Sabe that they would need their own transport to catch up with Vader, but Sabe explained that Vader would have commanded them to join him if he wished for that. Z67 then said that he would access the data bank containing the information on what Tanza was using to drain the energy from Geberdor 3. Ochi said he would go find himself a transport, but Sabe told him he was going to stay and follow her orders. When her forces threatened him, Ochi claimed he could kill them all, and asked them if they were going to take orders from a rebel sympathizer. To this, Z67 and Sabe reminded Ochi that she had authority over all of Vader's forces there, including him. As Sabe and the rest of them exited the facility, Kitster arrived on a speeder and told Sabe they had to leave before a storm arrived. But Sabe told him they couldn't leave until they found what was draining the planet's energy. Z67 then said that he had located the facility that was draining Geberdor 3. When Sabe asked him where the facility was, he pointed towards the approaching sandstorm. When Ochi suggested waiting for the storm to blow over before they left, Sabe revealed that Tanza's technology had created the storm. Z67 confirmed this by stating that a naturally occurring sandstorm would be moving with the wind rather than against it. Sabe told Kitster to escort the conscripts back to the settlement, but Arara said he and the other scientists might be needed to dismantle the device. To this, Kitster said he would go first with Sabe and then come back for the conscripts once they found out what they would need. Sabe, Ochi, and Kitster and a few stormtroopers then drove to the storm on speeders, and eventually reached the facility. Kitster was then pulled into the storm, prompting Sabe to look for him. Ochi told her to leave him, but she continued to search for him until a large tank struck her speeder, and she was pulled in as well. Buried beneath the tank by the blowing sand, Sabe and Kitster were soon rescued by Vader, who had the executor fire on their location while they took cover beneath the tank. Once the tank was destroyed, the sandstorm dissipated and Vader carried Sabe back towards the colony with Kitster in tow. Using the machinery around her, Sabe reactivated Vader's armor and walked with him back towards the colony. Once they returned, Z67 informed them that Tanza had been receiving her orders directly from the Emperor himself. When Vader asked Sabe why she was smiling, she explained that she knew why she had saved him. After sending Ochi to locate Tanza, Sabe met with Vader on the bridge of the Executor, where Vader was surprised to see she had not left him. When Sabe explained she was fulfilling the role he had given her, Vader decided against killing her, much to her relief, and demanded an update on the hunt for Tanza. When Vader asked her what she advised they do when she recalled the governor had been following Palpatine's orders, Sabe told Vader he should do what he always did, directly confront the issue. Arriving at Coruscant, Vader and Sabe entered the Imperial Palace and confronted the Emperor, who asked Vader what his heart told him. Vader proceeded to hold Sabe in the air with the Force as the Emperor laughed and exclaimed she had only reminded Vader of his weaknesses. Dropping her, Vader refused to assist Sabe as the Emperor had his royal guards attempt to destroy her. Once she outwitted them in combat, the Emperor killed the guards with Force lightning, and seeing her worth as an agent allowed Sabe to continue working with Vader. So what'd you guys think of Vader's compassion towards Sabe yet again after what happened last time? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.